Hello, my name is Ilona, and I first want to take a look at Israel. A lot of things are going on there. A lot of healing needs to be done there as well. It's a special area, especially for dark energy. It's connected to a certain prophecy that they need that area. There's, if I'm not mistaken, also a portal there. So a lot of fighting has been going on in that area. Tensions are rising again. Things are happening there. So I just want to take a look what the energy is of Israel. Oh, we've got a card. Apparently, we have the Ace of Cups. That's interesting. So I'm just going to keep that separate. It just kind of just fell out. Let's see. We have the Three of Swords, that's the card above. The central card is the Eight of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords in the past. We have the Temperance underneath the central card. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, and the extra card is the Three of Pentacles. That's interesting. So we have two Pentacles cards for the future, the near future. We of course have the Ace of Cups, so new energy is coming in, a new beginning. And this is more of an emotional connection, feelings, because that's what the cup is the element of water. So it's about feelings, connecting. And I think this is really about connecting again to the heart, to the soul, to God. That's what this is all about. I think that's globally what this is all about, reconnecting. A lot of things are happening right now in Israel. A lot of things. I do believe that, I think worldwide things are happening. I think the Whiteheads are cleaning up. They've been cleaning up for a long time now, but I think we are in the end phase. Still a lot needs to be done. They are, of course, we have the puppets that are very, well, people can see now where they're standing, but we also have a lot of people that have been MK Ultra. MK Ultra has been used on them. They've been abused. Some people still have some loyalty or allegiance to the dark energies. They need to be cleared up as well, but they've been mostly under the radar. A lot of people that have been programmed have no idea that they've been programmed. So they can still do damage, not like a global scale, but they still on a smaller scale can, do things that take a lot of people with them. So this is really about cleaning up a lot of things and a lot of people. And I understand that people are tired. I truly understand. But there is so much going on. People, even I read more and more. And the more I read and the more I see, the more I understand how big this is. This isn't just something that just swoop in, do their thing and just move on. So in Israel right now, it's about balancing. It's about healing that needs to be done. Very important. But there's so much old pain. And it's coming up and it's shown. And I think that we're just more and more things are going to happen. But in the near future, things are going to be balanced, more balanced. This Pentacles is the earth element that's about balancing and stability. So it's hard work to create balance and more independence. I think Israel as a country and the people that live there will be more and more independent, more concerned with their health, because let's face it, Israel was one of the first country, if not the first country, where they started with the wasp sting, and right now they have a humongous problem health-wise. So this is about independence, this is about stability, this is creating stability, and it's necessary in that area. But like I said, that area is very important to the dark energies as well. And like I've mentioned, the 17th letter of the alphabet, wanted to keep that as last. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. But I think a lot more things are happening where we still don't realize yet. So I think in Israel, they're already starting to heal and balance things out, because this is about balancing things. It's about creating stability. And a lot of things will happen very quickly in Israel, but it's about creating stability, and there's this new beginning starting in Israel to connect. So that is beautiful, but right now it can look very rough, and still a lot of things happening. I want to take a look at Shanghai. We suddenly see a lot of videos. I think I've mentioned this before when I was looking at China, just in general, because we never see those videos. We never see any footage. And now suddenly we get this horrible footage of people that really are exhausted, don't want to continue anymore. So we see horrible things. And I'm like, what is going on there? I have a feeling that this is already recorded. This is really about creating a narrative. Again, the dark energies can use this as creating fear, while the white energies can use this, or the white hats, like, you know, this is what they wanted to do, about waking up people. And sometimes you really need to show people the... There's another one flying out. I'm not sure what's going on today. We've got the Four of Pentacles just flying out the deck. That's Shanghai. So I'm going to take a look at it. First take the other cards. We have the King of Pentacles above. We have the central card of Three of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the past. We have the Seven of Wands underneath the Three of Wands. And we have the Ten of Swords in the future, near future, and the Two of Cups. So this is interesting. To be very honest, I think a lot of this is about boundaries, setting boundaries. To be very honest, when I look at the other cards, I do not get the feeling that what we see is actually what's going on. Maybe it's already happened. I also saw the military in the streets of Shanghai. To me, that felt like things are being cleaned up. So putting up boundaries. That's the feeling I'm getting. So I think a lot of the dark energies are being taken care of. And a lot of footage is just coming out used in the narrative. And it kind of depends which perspective you have, which narrative it is. But like I said, dark energies use it for fear. White hats use it to shock people and to wake people up. But this is very like the King of Cups. This again about a mature way of handling things. So I think in Shanghai, I think things are already happening there. As we see here, there is fighting. Like I said, the white hats are in control there, or taking over control. They are in a better position. So they are actually moving in. That's why I probably saw the military in the streets of Shanghai. So they are already there, moving in. And well, there's still some fighting, as you can see on this card. There's still some fighting, but they have the high ground, so they're in a better position. I think that's already happening. So they're cleaning up. And this is about just watching to see what's going to happen. Like things are, you know, they're starting things now, and they kind of have to watch what the result is. This is about looking at what's coming in. So I think the white hats they've started their plan. This is from the past. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. So they started rolling out their plan there. I think it's in full effect now. That's why you see the military in the streets. I don't think what's going on, that of course those strict measurements are there to make sure nobody's in the way. I don't believe all these stories that people do not have enough food or all these horrible things. I think that probably has happened in the past. So the footage we see is or just put in scene, or it's from a different time, or maybe even from the first strict, you know, the strict area, strict time periods. I'm not allowed to say that word, so I have to kind of go around how do I say it without saying the word. So sorry about that. But these strict, you know, restrictions that they have to stay in certain areas, they are not allowed to talk to other people, they have to stay in their houses. I think that has happened before, and this footage that we see is from that period of time. So right now I do believe that this is about putting up boundaries. This is about securing that everything, you know, the dark energies need to be extrapolated from China. They need to be taken out of Shanghai. So I think that that's already in full effect. And in the near future, this is really a clear cut. The decision is made, it's ending, it's done. So I do think that the dark energies will end there as well. And let's face it, in China, they've had a big influence on what's going on. And a lot of healing needs to be done. A lot of healing. Whew, yeah, we have to heal just as people, as this earth, you know, the energy. A lot of healing needs to be done. Of course, also the children, they always come up with this healing part because they've suffered so much. And Shanghai also played a humongous part in that part of the story. A lot of healing needs to be done, but I don't think that what they're showing is really what's going on right now in Shanghai. I think it's really just a narrative, and it depends on which side which side you look at. You look from the dark energies, they use it as fear. You look at from the white energies, they really use it to shock people and to make people understand what has been going on, to wake them up. Of course, it's not really for the people that are already awake. So don't get scared when you see those things. At least that's what I'm sensing. This is really about waking up, and I think that the footage, most of it is already done, is from another era or another time. So I just want to take a look at the global energies, just what is going on in the energy, well, worldwide. Let's see. We have the Death card, that's interesting. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Swords in the past. We have Justice underneath the Five of Swords, and we have the Magician in the future, and the Six of Cups. So that's beautiful. So we really are in the end phase. We are in the end game. Of course, we have no idea how long that's going to last. We just have to trust, do our own work, really start working with ourselves, with our energy. We really have to do that part. And then we'll see what's going to happen, what new world will open up, because the Death card is about, dying death of certain things, but new things will come in. So we are really in the end phase of this. Still a lot of grim energy. I think we're really going to see the dark energy still trying to do things, still come up with ridiculous ideas, ridiculous things. We are going to see certain things like false flags. So be prepared. Still a lot of damage can be done. It won't be on a global scale. It won't be on this massive scale, but still they can still do damage. Like I've mentioned when I was looking at Israel, they still have a lot of people that are programmed, and people are not even aware that they're programmed. So they can still do a lot of damage. These are the people that are just not on the radar. That's what the energy, the dark energy, is purposely done, so they can use them when they need to, completely unexpectedly. We of course have their puppets. It's pretty clear who their puppets are. It's pretty clear who's following their agendas, but we still have a lot of people, and I think they're already starting to get to them, the white hats, but still a lot of people that have been programmed, and we have no idea what their programming is and what's going to happen. I think a lot of the dark energies have already been taken care of, so a lot of people will not get their assignments. In a way, you need a handler to assign things, obviously. So I think that the white hats are also taking care of that. So they're taking out the handlers and the people in charge, so they won't be activated. But there are still people that are unfortunately used in the MK Ultra program, and we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. But justice is being served as we speak. I do believe that there's already so much going on, so much cleansing. People are being taken care of. I think more and more will come out, but it's really about changing people's perspective. And this is the most important part, and I'd like to take a look at these cards. It's about stepping into our own authority. Every one of us has to step in their own authority. And I fully understand that people are like, well, if the white hats are in charge now, why aren't they taking over? Why are they waiting? People are dying. We have victims. What's going on? People are getting disappointed in the white hats. This is spiritual war. This is about waking up as many people as possible. And you cannot wake up a person if you just... The chances are, if they would just come out now, take over, that a lot of people will just go back to the way it was and think, oh, well, we have another one. They will just probably listen to what's been happening, or they will look at things, but they would just kind of push it away, because Waking up is a spiritual process. It's something inside a person. That's why we have to step into our power. We have to step into our own authority and start manifesting things. Start understanding our energy. Now that takes a lot to wake up people. And of course, not everyone is going to wake up. The end is not for everyone. That's the way it is. But they are trying to wake up as many people as possible, at least give them the opportunity to wake up, because it's something inside someone. Each one of us has that responsibility and opportunity to really wake up, and that is so important, because that's the great awakening. That's what this is about. It's not just about taking away all these dark energies. It's about waking up. And if we don't do that part, or people are not going to do that part, it really is pointless if they just take over. So I think we really are in the end phase. I do believe that at a certain point, like I've said, we are starting to manifest. People that are waking up will start to manifest this new world. And like I've said, there will be a split in timelines, because some people won't. They will not wake up. They have their soul contracts, or maybe they will work on something completely different. I don't know. But it's very important that we understand they try to do the best they can. And they, of course, are being helped from spiritual dimensions, and they have a completely different perspective on things. So we have to understand that they will get the green light when we as a whole are ready for that. And they try to avoid, all these people that are still programmed, they're trying to avoid they try to choose the way of the least victims. I truly believe that. So I fully believe that the Whiteheads are really trying to do what's best. I just try to take care of my own authority and start manifesting, so I will start seeing this new world and this new energy. I'm already feeling it, but I'm starting to manifest. And if we all do that, then the world will change. We'll start to see this brand new world. The old will leave and the new will come. So we don't have to wait around for the Whiteheads. We need to step into our authority now ourselves. We can start manifesting this. And this is so beautiful. It's about the children. It's about the inner child. It's about protecting our own inner child, being responsible for our inner parts, stepping into our power, being responsible and protecting our children, because that's ultimately what this is about. So I want to leave it at this, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.